Davis 5 for sparks Middlesex collapse. Middlesex did away with their batting travails on day 1 at the Merchant Taylors' School. Sam Robson unbeaten on 138 overnight, and the hosts 20 runs away from reaching 300 for the loss of just 3 wickets. But Leicestershire would quickly add to that wickets column early on day 2. Joe Cracknell LBW to Sakande for 13. Robbie White wouldn't be far behind, caught behind off Davis for 5. Amid the bedlam, Robson had ticked along nicely, and on the front foot to Sakande, he added 4 more to his total and ticked his score over to 150. He'd stick around long enough to see 300 on the board, but that's when the Foxes picked up the key wicket. Davis continuing to impress, Robson caught behind for 154. Leicestershire had some momentum and built on the breakthrough. James Harris trapped in front for Davis's 3rd. He had 4 in his next over, Sota chopping on to depart for 3. An excellent spell culminated in a 5th wicket. Murtagh, the final man to go, comfortably caught by Callum Parkinson, and with Eskenazi unable to return to the field, Middlesex were all out for 324. Robson had been the star of the show for the hosts, but the innings had been a far cry from their day 1 exploits, collapsing under the pressure of Will Davis, who with 5 for 66 had picked up his first 5-wicket haul in 5 years and just his 2nd of his career. But Middlesex struck back with the ball immediately. Murtagh with an early wicket, Evans out in the first over, caught by Sota with just 4 on the board. Murtagh would be at it again soon after. The score at least up to 29 when he had Hill LBW, stuck on the crease and out for just 9. Leicestershire avoided further damage before lunch. They hobbled into the break at 33 for 2. The Foxes found their way to 50 runs at the resumption, but they couldn't avoid more damage for long. Marcus Harris fell to namesake James. But the captain refused to face the same fate, determined that his partnership with Inglis would be more productive, and they patiently batted their way towards 100 runs. They found 3 figures, and they dispensed with the early chaos, and had started to show a bit more grit. Soon, both men were looking good for a 50, into the 40s before tea. Inglis was cruelly denied his half-century, on 49 when he was bowled by a Bamba beauty, and tea was taken with the fall of his wicket. Ackerman wasn't so unfortunate. He too needed just a single to pick up his 50 and found it off Harris, the captain's knock taking his side to 150, almost halfway to their visitors' total. Swindles wouldn't be able to stick with him for too long. Out to Murtagh, caught by Sota, and the spinner was delighted with the grab. But the evening session was playing out with dark clouds as an imposing backdrop, and 13 minutes after the keeper had to go, Middlesex, Ackerman and new bat Ben Mike all traipsed off, lights too poor to continue and the threat of rain in the air. They wouldn't come back on, no more play possible on day 2, the Foxes trailing by 150. Middlesex will be confident though, plenty more in the tank for their bowlers and enough scoreboard pressure. Could they pick up just their 2nd win of the season?